The classroom was supposed to be safe. But for Emma, it had become a battlefield. Emma Reynolds had always been the quiet one. With her hair tied in a neat bun, glasses perched on her nose, and sleeves always tugged down over her hands, she blended into walls, corners, and shadows. Nobody really noticed her, except when they wanted to. It started with whispers. The mean kind. Mouse girl, they'd call her. Mute, some said. Creepy was another favorite. But Emma ignored it all. She just wanted to finish school and go home. That was the rule. Keep your head down, stay invisible, survive the day. But survival isn't always that simple. One Friday, just before winter break, Emma stayed late in the art room, working quietly on a charcoal sketch. Drawing was the only place she felt free, where the world didn't talk back. She didn't hear the door open. She didn't even look up when footsteps crept behind her. Until it was too late. Jason, Kara, and Mike, the usual trio, had always picked on her, but that day something in them snapped. Maybe they were bored. Maybe they were cruel. But this time, they didn't stop at words. They grabbed her. She struggled, but Jason was too strong. Mike pulled out a roll of duct tape from his backpack while Kara laughed and told them to make it artistic. They dragged Emma to a chair, tied her wrists and ankles, and shoved her back. Canvas time, Kara said, pulling out a permanent marker. The smell filled the room. They started drawing. On her face. Her arms. Her clothes. Smile, emo girl, Jason sneered, snapping photos as they scribbled horrible things on her skin. Emma's heart pounded. Not just from fear, but fury. They didn't know. They didn't know what she had learned to bury. What she had trained to forget. Because a year ago, Emma wasn't just some silent, shy girl. She had been different. Her father, an ex-army medic, had trained her in basic survival and escape tactics after a home break-in had left them both traumatized. She had learned pressure points, restraint breaks, and how to stay calm under fear. She had just never thought she'd need it here. As Mike turned to laugh at Kara's newest drawing, Emma felt the adrenaline shift in her chest. Her breathing slowed. Her fingers, though taped, began moving. Wiggle. Twist. Slide. It took 30 seconds. The tape snapped off her right wrist. Jason didn't notice, he was busy uploading a photo to his story. Big mistake. With one sudden jerk, Emma stood, kicked the chair backward, and lunged forward. The chair crashed loud against the tile, making all three freeze. What the? Jason started, but before he could move, Emma grabbed his wrist, twisted it behind his back, and slammed him against a table. Mike rushed forward, but Emma ducked under him and swept his legs out with a perfect pivot. He hit the ground with a thud. Kara backed away, holding the marker like it was a knife. Emma walked toward her. You like drawing? She asked quietly. Kara's hands shook. She dropped the marker. Emma picked it up. Come. Cold. I do too, she said. And then, one by one, she marked each of them. On their arms. On their faces. Big, black words. Coward. Abuser. Bully. And finally, on Jason's forehead, I hurt others. They didn't fight back. They didn't dare. When the teachers burst into the room minutes later, alerted by the crashing sound, they found Emma standing over the three, who looked more like prisoners than predators. Emma didn't run. She looked the principal dead in the eye and said, "They tied me up. I defended myself." The story exploded. Not just in school, but online. Jason had accidentally uploaded part of the video. The internet did the rest. Emma became the symbol of quiet strength. News channels wanted to interview her. But she declined. Instead, she asked for something else. A school-wide self-defense program. One for students who felt invisible. One where people could learn how to protect themselves before it was too late. The principal agreed. Weeks later, Emma stood in the gym, wearing a navy hoodie with the words, "Stronger than silence," printed on the back. Students lined up, nervous and curious. She didn't smile much. But that day, As she helped a younger girl learn how to slip out of a wrist hold, she did. Because this time, the chair was empty. She was no longer tied down. She was free, and she had given others the strength to break their own ropes too. Moral of the story. Even the quietest voice can roar when pushed too far. Never underestimate someone's strength just because they choose silence. Real power doesn't need permission, it rises when it's needed most.